Guys, happy Thursday to you. Crypto with Dinny, it's Dinny here. So why did the Irish Central Bank just buy 100 million euros, pretty much, of gold? Why did they ape in to the old rock, the old shiny rock? Huh? That's what I'm going to talk about today. Guys, hope you're having an awesome day. Happy Thursday to you. I ended my 4-day fast today, so I've just been eating some food and I'm feeling good, feeling really good after the fast. It was awesome. Human body's amazing. You can go for food. I've done a week without food before. It's crazy. You don't even know how you're getting around, but you're fine. You feel amazing. You feel great. And then I went sea swimming today, and it really was like, it just sort of makes you be really grateful when you do that sort of stuff. But it was awesome, so I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling pumped. But you might have seen it in the news there yesterday. I did share it, that the Irish Central Bank, they bought gold. They bought physical gold. Gold bars stacking there. And we're going to talk about why they done that, because I think that's a big deal. That is a big statement for what's to come. And I'll hopefully explain it so you'll be able to get your head around it. Now, guys, remember, I have to say that financial advisors don't do second gear pulls, okay, full boost in sport mode, but I do, because I'm not a financial advisor. Alright? What? So guys, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. I'm just a Bitcoiner. Somebody who consults with financial advisors. I consult with businesses. I consult with private individuals. In fact, I'm going to meet a group of 20 right now. I'm heading out somewhere in Kells. We're doing a 3-hour workshop with a group of people, and I look forward to that. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to teach them all about how to build retirement plans around Bitcoin and using the greater crypto market and leveraging all that stuff to create retirement plans. I call them the 4-year retirement plan, not the 40-year. But that's what I'm doing now. Also, there'll be scammers in the comments. They'll be impersonating Crypto with Dinny. Ignore them. They'll be replying to your messages and wanting you to DM them and all this stuff. Welcome to crypto. It's just part of it, unfortunately. But yeah. So Irish Central Bank have bought gold. Now, before I was a Bitcoiner, believe it or not, I was a gold investor, and that's why I got Bitcoin quite easily, because I could understand gold, and I could understand monetary expansion, and I could understand that if I saved in currency, I was never going to be able to get ahead, because everything I was accumulating was going down in value. Now, at the time, I didn't have much disposable income. Better watch this sat nav. So I didn't have much disposable income. So I couldn't buy a second property to invest in property. Okay, and I couldn't really go to a broker either to get access to stocks, because we didn't have the apps and the free trading that we have now. But gold was one of the things that I could buy, because you can buy fractions of gold. You can buy like 500 quid's worth of gold. And I was like, well, if I save in this stuff instead of saving in euros, that's going to be a good decision. And the reason why it's better to save in something, the thing that Bitcoin and gold have in common, Bitcoin is basically just the digital version of physical gold. Okay, so they're a central bank. You know, they're a bank and they're slow and they don't get Bitcoin yet. If they wanted to do something amazing for Ireland, they'd have bought 100 million euros worth of Bitcoin. Okay, and that would have taken a huge chunk of our national debt in the next 5 years. And I'll give you a quick story before I go off on a tangent, and then I'll come back. Remember, we're talking about gold, Dinny. I can't remember what country it was. El Salvador, at the minute, they could clear their national debt in a decade. No country's ever done that before. Can you imagine the quality of life for a country when they have zero national debt? Like at the minute, you know, most of us are paying 50% tax, plus tax on our car, plus tax on our house, plus tax on our fuel, plus tax on our food, plus tax on our healthcare, plus tax on everything. No national debt. That would all go away. So instead of working for the government for 8 months of the year, I'm working for you and your family for the last 4 months, you might work for yourself and your family for 12 months of the year and be able to keep all that. So crazy. But there was a country, I think it was Bulgaria, there was a criminal organization, okay, they were using Bitcoin, this is back a few years ago, using Bitcoin, and they got caught and the Bitcoin got confiscated. And the amount of Bitcoin that the government in Bulgaria, may or might not have been in Bulgaria, confiscated. Guys, remember your daily exercise. Hit the like there. Remember, we love likers, not lurkers. But the amount of Bitcoin that country confiscated was more than the national debt of the whole country. Like, that's insane. Did Bulgaria get to clear their national debt, and did all their citizens get to benefit from it? No. Corrupt bureaucrats stole the Bitcoin. It just disappeared. You know, that's politicians for you. That's bureaucrats for you. But it was crazy. The Bitcoins disappeared, okay? But it was at the time more than their national debt. Crazy stuff. And any country can do that right now. The early adopting countries, like El Salvador, have the ability to become the wealthiest countries within the next decade or two. Watch it happen. Remember, you'll be saying, Jesus, there was a lad there going around now, blue car like a mad Egypt, and he was saying that. But watch it happen. So the reason why you're going to save in gold or Bitcoin instead of euros is because gold has many characteristics, okay? But one of them is that it's scarce, and that's the most important thing. Because when it comes to something holding value over time, it must be scarce. If it's abundant, it doesn't hold value over time. The price goes down because you have basic market supply and demand economics. And if there's loads of something and everyone can get it, well, nobody wants it. But if there's not much of something and not many people can get it, well, we all want it. I don't know why that is. That's just the way it is, okay? So the way gold works is there's a 2% inflation rate on gold, and that every year they're able to mine about 2% of the existing supply of gold that's above ground. So you know, if you hold a gold coin or a gold bar or whatever bit of gold you hold, at the minute there's 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools. Philip, that's correct. There's 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools full of gold above ground. That's it in the whole world. 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools in the whole world. You know, melt down everyone's jewelry, melt down everything. That's all there is. You know, it's not that much. And every year they're only able to find 2% more of that. And that keeps the value of what we have in existence stable. I'll give you an example. Sorry, I'm just watching the sat nav here. If at the start of the 20th century, your great-granddad, he worked for a couple of years, okay, to get $20. We'll just say dollars, because euros weren't around then. He worked for a couple of years to get $20, because $20 was a lot back then. That wasn't like an hour's work. It wasn't even a week's work. It probably was a month's work or more. Alright, and he says, my great-great-grandson, the Dinny lad, I want to give him this. They're going to talk about me forever. I'm after giving up months of work to get this $20. I'm going to give it to the Dinny lad. He has 2 options. Option 1, put that $20 note into a safe. Okay? Fast forward to today, I take it out of the safe and I go, Jesus, thanks great granddad, but this doesn't really do a whole lot for me or my life. It's only 20 quid, like, what is it, an hour's work? Okay, but he gave up months of his life to get that 20 quid. Alright? Instead of doing that, what if he had bought a gold coin instead? Because a gold coin was $20 at the start of 20th century. $20. Okay? So obviously it was probably a month's work that he would have done. And today that gold coin is worth, you know, 1,800 euros. See the way that transferred value over time versus fiat currency loses value over time. That's why if you're saving it, it's crazy, because you're saving in something that's going down in value. So what the Irish central bank are doing is they're waking up. What's going on here? Price of everything's going up, lads. Right, we're sitting on a pile of euros. Get rid of them quick. Get into some sort of an asset that's going to be protected. Protect our purchasing power. We haven't a clue about that Bitcoin thing. That Crypto With Dinny lad's going on about it, but we're not ready to learn about that yet. But we do know that gold's a store of value. So buy gold. In fact, buy almost 100 million euros worth of gold. Because 100 euro million in fiat currency in euros, well, that is just going to lose value, a lot of value over the next couple of years. So we need to dump that stuff and get into the precious metal, because the scarcity of that asset will hold its value and protect us against inflation. That's all well and good for the central bank. What about the Irish citizens? Who's protecting them? Who's warning them about inflation? Crypto With Dinny has been for the last 2 years! And the reason I knew inflation was coming is because I understand all this stuff, and I understand gold and why gold works. And that's how I knew that when we're expanding the money supply at a crazy rate from 2020, we're going to get the price of everything start to rise. But I think it's unfortunate that the citizens of Ireland aren't being warned and told, because the likes of my parents, well, they're okay because I look after them, but the likes of people who've worked all their life, they're sitting on a lump sum. They might have 100 grand, they might have 200 grand in the bank, and they think, That's me sorted for life. Happy days. I've worked my 60 years, 65 years. Now I can relax in peace. If that's getting, if we keep at 6% a year, they lose half that in a decade. If they're only 65 retiring now, by the time they're 75, they've lost half their wealth. What if they live till 80? Now they're worried they're going to run out of money. What if they don't have 200 grand? Most people don't have them sort of savings. They have much less than that. The average household, one paycheck away from defaulting on their mortgage. Like, it's crazy. You need help me get this message out there. Hit the share on the Crypto With Dinny stuff, share the page, and keep learning. Because you can see that the top guys, they're protecting themselves, and the little guys, no one's telling them. I don't see ads saying from the government saying, you know, guys, by the way, we printed loads of money and the value of all the currency you hold is going to go down. You might want to invest some of it into hard assets. If you don't know what Bitcoin is, buy gold. If you don't know what gold is, buy stocks. If you don't know what that is, invest in real estate. But lads, get rid of your euros fairly lively. If you're into cars, buy a classic car. Buy anything you can, because everything is going up in value. And but you won't hear that in the mainstream media. Just like they'll never tell you about health. Okay? So it's up to us to protect ourselves, look after ourselves. That's the job of Crypto With Dinny. That's what I've been doing for the last 2 years with Crypto With Dinny, and that's what I will continue to do. But it's unfortunate that the normal man, the working woman aren't hearing about this stuff and aren't going to be protected. Bitcoin is the reason. That's why Bitcoin was created. Bitcoin was created in a crisis, for a crisis, and we're now in a crisis. It's a money printing crisis, and that's why the cost of everything is going up. And this is what Bitcoin was made for. Yes, there's volatility. The price will go up, the price will go down. Guys, hold on a minute. Am I even going right here? I am in. There's lurkers here. Let me get you out. Guys, if you're learning, if you like this stuff, hit the like button. By you hitting the like button, it actually shares with more Irish people. More people get to see it. Okay? By you hitting the share button, it shares it with much more people. Now, I do all this stuff for free. My Bitcoin course, I do it for free. So get on board. Get onto my website, cryptowithdinny.com. Book yourself in. Do the course for free. I have paid products. Full disclosure. If you want me to do a personal plan with you, I'll do that. You can pay me. But if you want me to help you understand this thing and give you all the tools to go and set it up yourself, get onto my course and do it for free. And all I ask for you in return is just share it. Share it with your buddies, share it with your friends, because everyone needs to learn this stuff. It's made a massive impact in my life. It's made a massive impact in all my friends' lives who are into cryptocurrencies. And it will make a massive impact in your life if you become into scarce digital assets, because these are the future. Okay? It's like Bitcoin is the new gold. So gold only keeps you rich. That's how my dad explained it to me. You know, so if you're already very wealthy, buy loads of gold. You'll stay wealthy. But if you're not already very wealthy, Bitcoin not only keeps you wealthy, it can make you wealthy as well. Okay, which is really exciting and really cool. And a couple other good cryptos as well. We can achieve that. So really, really cool stuff. I'm very passionate about it. You probably get that coming across in my voice. And I do think it's important. I know people struggle to get their head around it. That's why I break this stuff down. I try and talk, not in finance language, just in normal language, so people can get their head around and understand why we all need to become investors and why we all need to invest our money. And if we save euros, it's a bad idea, because we're saving something that's going down in value. Anyway, it's getting dark now. Happy Thursday. I'm going to do my course. Going to be chatting to the guys. Looking forward to meeting a good crew here. And remember, guys, learn to invest, and you'll be glad you did. Dinny out.